It's been tough because ironically, I'm being told to commit suicide myself, which
really
millions of people literally telling me they hate me to go die in a fire. It's like the most horrible, horrific things.
So you don't feel like the criticism has been fair?
That's the thing. I do.
This is the Loganpaul his fans have never seen before. 1 month ago, the social media superstar with over 16 million YouTube subscribers was at the top of his game, breaking records with his wild viral video.
I hit myself in the face again.
That is, until he posted a clip from his visit to Japan's so-called suicide forest. What happened next would change his life forever. In an instant, he was met with fierce backlash.
What made you decide to go to this forest?
The idea was to just do another fun vlog, go camp for a night, and make an entertaining piece of content in a forest. And things obviously changed pretty drastically and quickly.
The group came across an actual suicide victim.
So it was 100 yards away from the parking lot. It doesn't make any sense. And I believe it happened for a reason. And I think that reason is so I could take this experience, learn from it, spread the message the right way about suicide prevention and suicide prevention awareness.
And so did you know, let's fast forward a little bit. So you go and you film it, and you film it, then you edit it, and then you put it out there for the world to see.
Yeah.
And was there a point when you said, maybe this is not a good decision? Maybe I should not show that.
Yeah. The idea was to shock and show the harsh realities of suicide and get people talking about something that I don't think people are talking about much. And still, that's the goal today.
And you have 16 million followers, which amazing amount of influence that you have. My kids know who you are. When you put out content like that, do you realize the age of your audience?
It's odd because, Michael, I'm 22 years old. It's not like I'm making content necessarily for kids. Sometimes I cuss, sometimes I make inappropriate jokes. I want to make jokes that kids my age are going to like. I'm my own demographic. Now, I will say I am much more aware of the impact that my actions have on myself and others.
For parents out there, because you're the father of 13-year-old twin girls, it's very hard to know everything that your kids watch.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of parents. Who are saying, you know what? I heard about Loganpaul. I didn't really know who he was until this happened. Who are really going to monitor their kids now. What would you like to say to them? I'm
going to be honest with you, Michael. I think parents should be monitoring what their children are watching more. Every parent I meet whose kids are under the age of like 12, I go, hey, you let your kids watch my stuff? And they go, yeah, what am I going to do? But at the same time, it's not like I'm a bad guy. I am a good guy who made a bad decision.
Google Preferred dropped you from their service.
Yeah.
Do you think that was fair of them to do?
I understand that they needed to take a stance. And while I don't necessarily maybe agree with it, I do respect it.
But how does that affect your bottom line?
Want to know the real answer?
Yeah, of course.
It hurts, but it's not like I'm drowning. I try not to live my life thinking about money, because money doesn't make me happy. Creating and making other people happy makes me happy. Creating content to make people smile and laugh, that's what makes me happy.
So you did the Suicide Be Here Tomorrow. So what was that project about?
Michael, I've gotten to meet the most incredible people and have the most incredible conversations. And in fact, that's one thing I don't regret about this whole experience is I would have missed out on making these relationships and getting this education. One of the things I'm learning, which actually pertains to me as well, is crisis passes. Crisis passes, man. And for anyone suffering, I think it's important to know that. Like, you are not alone. And for me, why I say it's important for me is because, like, dude, this has been, to be honest with you, the hardest time of my life. I've never been hated by the whole world. And it's it's been something to definitely overcome. I will think twice in the future about what I post, probably 3 times.
Logan vows to regain the trust and respect of his fans.
I don't think everyone should get a second chance. Some people do horrible things. This was a horrible lapse of judgment. And I can, will, and am going to learn from it and be a better person.
Let's hope he does do that. I mean, he certainly has had a very swift and large response to what he did.
I remember the first response video that he did after the video, and because a lot of, you remember, parents were outraged, but his followers were still like, hey, leave him alone. And in that video, he said to his followers, hey, don't defend me. You can't defend what I did. Right. And yes, we all should have second chances in that, and we can only hope that he means what he said to Michael about wanting to use this as a moment.
Well, it seems like what's having the most profound effect on him right now is the criticism he's getting from those followers right now, how they've turned on him, and it does show the double power. He sort of lived off all that attention, all that love, all that adoration. It turns, it hurts.
Now he has to deal with that, right, the other side of it.
Interesting stuff. Thank you, Michael.